I don't know if I can be clever or not. Do you know how to do maintenance on your vehicle? No? Alyssa's gonna show you. Alyssa, what kind of fluid do you think people ought to be checking on their car on a regular basis to keep it in good shape?
Well, the most important, probably going to go with the coolant, your oil.
Oil's a big one.
Your brake fluid.
Oh, you gotta stop.
Your windshield fluid, just, you might need it.
Because you gotta see.
And your power steering fluid.
All right, Alyssa, that's great. What else should they be checking?
Your tire pressure.
Oh, tire pressure. We'll definitely show people how to do that, right?
Yep.
Okay. So let's move over to this other car, and you can show us how we do it. Alyssa. So here you've got a 2011 Mercedes-Benz S65 AMG. This car has a V12 twin turbo with 6 liters of displacement. And we're going to go through some of the fluids.
All right.
Would you start by opening the hood for us? Thank you. And then you just pull on that and you can lift it up. You got it. Yeah. All right, Alyssa, let's go ahead and show people how to check the power steering fluid on this. So you've got the reservoir there. Go ahead and grab the cap, quarter turned counterclockwise to pull it off. You'll see the small dipstick inside. You can clean that dipstick and reinsert it and just go ahead and close it back up. This gives us a good quality dip with no splashing on the stick. Now when you pull it up, you can check it.
All right, we're all good. All right, so we're going to be checking out our brake fluid today, and as you can see, we have 2 little notches. Over here is going to be the max, and down here is going to be the minimum. And this little box, sometimes you can't tell where the liquid is at. So if you just give it a little shake, I can see that it's moving up here, so we're all good at the max line.
Perfect. Alyssa, this is your own car.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Why don't you take us through a quick oil check?
All right. So over here, my little yellow hoop that I have. Give it a yank. Grab my towel. I'm gonna clean her off first. Put her back in. Turn her around. And see where we are at. Since I maintain my car, we are perfectly in the 2 dots. And is it clean? Yes. Perfectly clean.
Very good. Now, tell us, if you didn't have enough in there, how would you know?
Well, it would be below the 2 lines. You should be in the middle of the 2, not behind it.
And I might have to tell you the answer to this one. If it's at the bottom dot, how much does it take to get it to the top dot?
Doesn't it depend on the cars?
1 quart. Well, there are a few European cars and some use lots of oil.
I thought
take
since
2
every
quarts.
car takes different quarts that it would.
No, they coordinate the dipstick. So there are 2 quart dips. That big truck, because it uses so much oil, is a 2 quart dip. But almost every regular car that you're going to run to is a 1 quart dip. So if you're at the fill line, it's 1 quart to take it to the full line.
Oh, okay. I never knew that. So it always shows you a certain amount. In there.
Right, and if it's halfway through, it should be fairly linear. So if it's right between them, you're theoretically a half quart between the 2 lines.
So you're good.
Well, you're in a good range, but if you get if you want it to be full, right, then you would need a half quart if you were at the half over.
So you could put a little bit more in there.
Right.
All right, so the coolant is pretty much the same thing as your brake fluid. You're going to come on this side, and you can see your 2 levels from low to full. And I'm at full, but if you couldn't see that, you can just open her up when she's cold and see where we're at down in there. And if you need some more, just stick a funnel in there and fill her up.
You could also give her a little wiggle to make the fluid line move. It makes it easier to spot.
Yep.
Give her a little wiggle so we can see it on camera.
Shake.
There you go. I can see that clearly. Thank you.
So today we're going to be checking our tire pressure, and we will just take up our valve stem cap. Put it down here so don't lose it. We're going to take our tire gauge and put it in firmly and at a straight angle. We'll see where we're at down here. So we're going to be checking our tire pressure again with our gauge over here. It's exactly the same as the stick. Just give it a firm, straight push, and we can read it.